Hello everyone. Today I'm going to I hope you guys enjoy. This is a game that I received, so I will be on it where if I enjoy the game, you see it post. If I don't enjoy the game, I don't have to post anything on it, so it I haven't heard much about this one. I didn't request this one myself, but hopefully it will be good. Good. Well, I don't know if hopefully everything will run just I might lower I'm really liking that supply chain settings. I didn't even. Oh, dang, everything's big. I'm gonna lower it down. Because it does seem to lag a little. Lower it down a little. Hopefully that'll fix it. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's go ahead and start the game. Depths of darkness, he awoke with a start. Cold earth beneath his damp. Him, unfamiliar damp. Darkness surrounded him. Thick, much of the kind that swallowed every sound except his ragged breath. Breathing. He tried to gather his thoughts, but they were scattered, lost in the fog of where he was. How had he gotten here? His legs trembled as he forced himself to stand. The weight of an unknown pressing down on him, somewhere in the depths. He could hear it. Something was time buries all truth in shadows, but the past always has a way of clawing its way back to the surface, demanding hurt no matter what. Who's breathing in my ear? Is that me? Is that me breathing? Cold winter's night. Gotta find some shelter.
Where am I?
I don't know. We should pick this up. Just like a light source along.
I know it's following me. I can feel it.
But am I gonna be able to see?
I shouldn't have taken such a risk.
Oh, I see. Okay. The game looks a little rough, but it might just because I lowered down some of the settings. But you know, if I want to be able to use it, well, I gotta do that. Oh, that's water.
That sound.
Water.
It's coming from the river.
There's something in the river. Something's gonna be on the bridge. Stepping on your bridge, goat man. You can do that. I still hear it following me. Sounds like it's something's hit.
If it catches me, it will show no mercy.
Oh no, we can't let it catch us. Keep running. Can't even look back.
I know it's hidden somewhere in this forest. I should be able to see its light soon.
Hold on, let me pause real quick. Okay. Had to grab my dog because it's bothering my stay while I'm. Max, go lay down. I'm not going back out there. You're bothering. Right. A house that's got a door. I got out of the game, so I was like, forgetting this is a horror game. The last day in the hospital. Piercing light of the morning sun stirred John from his restless sleep for months. Strange had plagued him. Even the strongest sedatives couldn't dull the weird visions that haunted his mind. Another day in this wretched hospital, his wounds still ached, but he felt no regret. Despite the accident, he'd brought the culprit of those ghastly crimes to justice. After all, isn't that the duty of any good private detective? I would say
The name's John Morley, private detective,
so. Lay down.
and today is a momentous day. After enduring the most exquisite tortures at the
That
hands of
sounds
those
like
blasted nurses,
Johnny
and
Depp,
being pumped full of enough
like
medicine to
Jack
fill an ox,
Sparrow.
today I'm finally free. Who would have thought that the case of the Red Shoes murder would end the way it did? A stormy night, soaked to the skin, wrestling that brainless killer on a rooftop.
Hmm.
It appears you're awake at last. We had considerable difficulty rousing you earlier this morning, so I deemed it best to let you rest a while longer. I bring you good news. The latest test results are favourable, and the doctor has authorised your discharge. You are now officially ready to go. I have placed your belongings on the table. Oh, and a lady stopped by this morning with some clothes from the dry cleaner.
My consequence, my choices matter. Results and
So I'm better now.
Yes, you are much improved. Both your physical and psychological assessments have been satisfactory, and there are no impediments to your returning to your normal life.
okay. Could I have my belongings?
My belongings? I thought everything was already in the room.
There are a few valuables and some coins we kept for safekeeping. They are in the box on the table.
Nightmares?
I've been having nightmares.
The doctor has prescribed some medication that should help address any residual effects. This should assist in alleviating your nightmares.
A woman brought my clothes from the dry cleaner. Was it Penny?
I couldn't say. She arrived quite early, before my shift began. I've placed the garments in the wardrobe to keep them from getting wrinkled. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other patients to attend to. I wish you all the best.
Okay. Box on the table, coin. Case file to view character information. How to open the. Oh. Medical discharge patient 5567, room 7, date 3rd February 1945, subject discharge, resolution report, attending doctor, a final review and conclusion. Patient has demonstrated satisfactory all pre-operative objectives. The surgical conducted under protocol ETD03 has been deemed successful in all respects upon final test, and provided that the patient reports feeling physically and mentally prepared. Medical discharge is advised. No post-operative complications are anticipated at this time. Continued observation during recovery is recommended for patients.
Story of... That's me, the bloodhound Morley.
Wait, why am I
I
stuck?
better get dressed. The hospital gown that... Blimey, what a fool I took onto that rain-soaked pavement. And to top it off, with that downpour, I ruined my best suit. But, well, that's all water under the bridge now. Quite literally.
Yeah. Alright, clothes should be.
Well struck. Looks wrapped. These do a fine job of hiding any belly. Can't complain about that. I should get myself a pair of derbies. Or brogues. They're much more comfortable. Besides, if I slipped, it was because of those damned hard soles. I usually use the Windsor knot.
Yep, it was.
So the
Penny.
mystery woman who took my clothes to the cleaners was Penny after all. Seems she's still got a soft spot for me. Could there be a chance I might win her over?
Okay.
I'm not ready to leave just yet.
Try to leave without getting dressed? What? I just grabbed the clothes. What do you mean? How do I put the clothes on?
Blimey, it's nearly noon. I must have
Bed
lost track
kit.
of time in those
First
blasted
aid kit.
nightmares.
How do I put my clothes on? I thought grabbing them from the closet was close enough.
There's notes from Penny, my secretary. She must have left it here a few days ago while I was still under observation.
John, I'm awfully sorry, but I just can't keep going like this. You've been laid up in the hospital for ages, and I've been left skint with no wages coming in for months now. Before, with the state you were in, I couldn't bring myself to say anything. I thought it best to let you get better in peace, but the other day, Dr. Forn rang, said they were finally going to let you out, so I figured it was time to tell you. I haven't been to the office in a month, and believe me, I'll miss Hawthorne Street and that old moldy brick building of ours, but I've got to move on, and you know, even before the accident, you still owed me 3 months' pay. Peter and I are planning to get married, and I need some stability. I hope you understand. I've left my key under the doormat, and I've paid the water and electric bill. So those are in your hands now. Goodbye, John. I wish you all the luck in the world. P.S. A few days ago, an older woman came by asking for you. I told her you might be back at the office this afternoon. Seemed quite eager to have a word with you, Penny. Oh, and he said he just thought he'd
Damn it,
get
Penny.
her back.
I don't blame her, though. I'm a right mess. I've managed to lose the only two things that kept me grounded. Her sound advice, always spot on, and the faint hope that she might dump Peter and give me a chance. Rainy and overcast. Typical London weather.
How do I get my clothes on?
Trench coat and fedora hat. Every detective's must have.
Hopefully I have clothes on now proper. Investigate every corner of your hospital. Man, if we would have walked out of that hospital room without reading that note, we would have thought Penny was going to give us a chance. That's so sad. Alright, I think my dog really went outside, so I'm going to just let him out. Guys. Alright, I'm back. I got to keep an ear out for him outside, so I'll probably have to pause it. This laboratory supposed to go.
I'd better hurry up. Just like Penny says in her note, I might have a new client this afternoon. And with the way things are going, I can't afford to let that slip away.
Guess we'll just leave. We don't
All right,
have to...
let's get moving. Today's the first day of the rest of my life.
John Morelli's office at last, back to the streets and the cold comforts of foggy old London. The chimneys filled the air with the familiar tang of coal dust, while the rhythmic hum of the small industries in Whitechapel, Stepney, Southwark rang in his ears like a symphony. Soon he'd be seated in his cluttered, dusty office once more, ready for the next case, perhaps finishing off some forgotten bottle of whiskey tucked away in a drawer, and mourning the irreplaceable loss of his assistant. And she wasn't even just his assistant.
Back again. Feels like stepping into a forgotten paradise. Everything's got that same old charm, and yet feels oddly new. This hospital stint's given me a bit of a new outlook. Maybe I'll take it a shade easier from now on, sticking to cases that don't demand a trip to the morgue. Here they are. Penny's keys. Just like it says in her note.
So this is Peter. That smug grin's got "punch me" written all over it.
Penny's desk. I ought to give her a ring and try to sweet talk her into coming back. If this new client brings in some decent dough, maybe I could settle what I owe her and use a little charm to win her over. The murder weapon from the cadaver collector case. Nasty business, that one.
Okay. Guess this.
The case of the red shoes murder. One of the most complicated I've faced. Finally. Case closed.
Clear the board then.
This case is worth its weight in gold. Everything you need for a portable lab.
Portable.
Even the coppers missed it. The slant on the letter E. That's what gave away the typist in the black letters case. My files. Cases, clients, debts. Too many debts. Far too many. This one's a favorite. The jealous lover solved everything with a few blows from an ashtray. Brutal, but effective. My desk, strangely tidy. Normally it's buried under papers, notes, bits of evidence. Penny must have wanted to leave everything spick and span before she walked out on me.
Another one of my cards.
Really is.
But this one has my last name circled.
Amazing how this little gadget can reveal the devil in the details.
The drawer. It's locked. But there doesn't seem to be a keyhole.
Oh, that's the card. Morley. Hold on. My dog wants. Okay. Morley. Wonder if did I spell it wrong? R-L-E. R. Is that not an E? Oh. That looks like an E.
The Scarlet Page.
Hey, yo.
I trust Penny didn't go snooping through my things while I was away.
Who's that?
Oh, my apologies, madam. I didn't hear you come in. I was a bit distracted.
Good afternoon, Mr. Morley. I trust your assistant informed you of my visit as promised.
My apologies. I was rather engrossed and didn't notice your arrival. To whom do I owe the honour of this meeting?
Lady Margaret Fordside, the 4th Countess of Bloomsbury.
Lady Margaret, could you tell me what brings you here today? How can I assist you?
I shall endeavour to be as candid as possible. 20 years ago, when my daughter was just 18, she was brutally murdered. It happened at our family estate, Bloomsbury Manor. Someone slipped into the house unnoticed, and upon reaching her room, delivered 5 fatal stab wounds to her chest, lungs, and heart. The police, eager to close the case, hastily blamed and condemned 2 violent thieves who clearly had nothing to do with her death. The investigation was closed, and justice was never served. I am prepared to offer you £30,000 if you take on this case, and a
30,000.
further £30,000 if you can solve it and bring the true killer to light. Tell me, Mr. Morley, will you accept this case?
Yes.
I understand your distress, Lady Fordside. But before I commit to anything, might I trouble you with a few questions?
By all means, Mr. Morley. Ask whatever you must.
Okay. Why now? Yeah, why now?
A case that's been cold for 20 years. You certainly don't make it easy for me, Lady Margaret. What made you decide to seek out a detective now?
For over 2 decades, I've fought tirelessly to have the case reopened, to prove that the real murderer escaped justice. But all in vain. Neither solicitors nor well-meaning police friends, nor even journalists hungry for a dark story have managed to uncover anything. Then one day, I read about your success in solving the case of the Red Shoes killer. Regrettably, I also learned of the unfortunate incident that left you hospitalized with grievous injuries. On the advice of your secretary, Miss Penny, I waited patiently for your recovery. And now, here I am.
Makes sense. Police ain't doing their job right. Wrong men.
Tell me about the men the police arrested. Why are you so certain they weren't guilty?
2 days after the murder, the police arrested a pair of violent thieves who were terrorizing the county at the time. Though they swore their innocence in my daughter Elodie's death, their criminal record completely undermined their defense. Seizing the opportunity, the police locked them away for their other crimes, and the case was closed. But what has always struck me as suspicious is that nothing was stolen on the night my Elodie was killed.
That makes
If
sense why
those
you would
thieves were
question it.
truly the culprits, why would they murder her and then leave without taking a single piece of silver?
Yeah.
It doesn't add up, Mr. Morley.
Very true. Seems very man.
But tell me about Bloomsbury Manor. Do you still reside there?
After Elodie's death, I abandoned the estate. I couldn't bear to remain there, to live within those walls. Even now, when I visit the manor, it still feels as though I can hear her footsteps echoing through the halls, her voice humming that old melody, the delusions of an old woman who has mourned her daughter for far too long, Mr. Morley. No mother should ever have to bury her child. Should you accept the case, Bloomsbury Manor would likely be the best place to begin the investigation. I shall not impede your work, as I now reside at Bedford Square, in the heart of the city.
Okay. Alright, and then we got one more question. Any witness?
Tell me, were there any witnesses?
I'm
Did
gonna
anyone
imagine
see
no.
or hear anything?
It happened at midnight. The house was practically empty at the time, with only a few servants and a guest who was sleeping in the west wing. I
Who
was
is
the
this
only one who
guest?
might have heard something,
Servant.
as my room was next to hers. Unfortunately, I had taken a sleeping draught and fell into a deep slumber. It is a decision I shall regret for the rest of my days.
Well, I believe I have all the information I need to get started. I accept the case, and will begin the investigation immediately.
I'm pleased to hear that. My butler will bring you the £30,000 tomorrow morning. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have matters to attend to. Once you uncover the culprit, contact me at once, and I shall promptly deliver the remaining £30,000. Please, Mr. Morley, unravel this harrowing mystery that has tormented me for so long.
Okay. Shadows from the past. The visit from Countess Margaret Forsyth was just what John needed. A case with all the right ingredients to stir his detectives' instincts. An unsolved murder from 20 years ago, abandoned by the police. They're incompetent. And a generous reward waiting at the end. What more could a man want on his first day back? The journey of Bloomsbury Manor passed without incident, though the rough, neglected road, ravaged by years of rain and wind, made for an uncomfortable ride. He arrived under the cover of night. The place was quiet, like the ruins of an old tomb, forgotten. Okay, we have reached the manor. I imagine after looking at the manor and stuff, we're gonna have to pinpoint who might be. So this is gonna be like Clue.
As I made my way through the dense forest path, a haunting silence enveloped the air. It was as though the very night of the crime still lingered here, shrouded in an eerie calm. The manor stood before me, its facade as inscrutable as the shadows that danced in the moonlight. Every step I took felt like a step deeper into the heart of a mystery that refused to be forgotten.
Yeah, this way. Have a flashlight or anything?
Not a sound. The stillness feels heavy, like it's hiding something.
Westland Asylum, a place of hope and healing. At Westland Asylum, we believe that the path of recovery begins with passion, understanding, and the most advanced techniques of healthcare. Our institution offers a tranquil haven for those seeking respite, the trials of the mind. Okay. Westland Society of Fine Arts, 15 February 1920. Your Ladyship, I write to you on behalf of the Westland Society of Fine Arts regarding the exhibition currently on display at our gallery, which features several works by your daughter, Miss Elodie Portside. While we fully appreciate the remarkable talent and artistry evident in work, it is with great regret that we must inform you of a matter of concern. Several of the Society's patrons, particularly among the more sensitive members of our community, have found Miss Portside's paintings to be of a highly disturbed nature. We have received numerous complaints from others remarking that the artwork has caused distress to their children, and some ladies reporting feelings of unease. There is a growing sentiment that the pieces are unsuitable for public exhibition, particularly in a space frequented by young and impressionable minds. It is with the utmost respect and consideration that we kindly request your ladyship to arrange for the removal of Miss Portside's painting display. We understand that this may cause disappointment, but we feel it is necessary to preserve the ability of our gallery's visitors. We would be honored to work with you in finding a more appropriate venue to exhibit Miss Portside's art, where her unique vision can be appreciated by a more discerning and prepared audience. We trust you will understand our position in the delicate matter, and we look forward to hearing from you at your earliest. The deepest respect, yours faithfully, Sir Arthur Wellesley, Secretary, Westland Society. Okay, this Sir Wellesley, we'll look at probably. Write his name. Get it just in case it's not like word for word.
It seems Elodie had a passion for art. But a blue moon.
Oh.
Fitting for a place haunted by its own secrets.
Well, I didn't think it was gonna move on.
Looks like the Countess left this for me. It could be useful for getting around the place. The door's chained up with a padlock.
Okay,
Looks like I'll need to find the key.
that's fine. Oh. Not just yet. Oh, what's this?
It seems Lord Fordside was a renowned sculptor, though his works were somewhat sinister.
Okay. Follow the trail of green light to investigate past events. Yes. My lady, I would kindly ask that once the midday service is complete, you grant me a few moments of your time in the library. Joanne Ivor, your housekeeper?
So, the housekeeper left a note for the Countess, asking her to meet here on the day of the murder. I wonder what truly happened during that encounter. Very well. Let's piece the events together, step by step.
Okay. Oh,
The housekeeper's cup is still here. Tea spilled across the table. She never got to drink it. Looks like someone arranged tea in the library that day. Lipstick stains. Same
Like a cup.
shade the Countess wore when she visited my office.
so she wasn't asleep.
An empty envelope. Did the housekeeper hand the Countess a letter?
Then put it back over there.
A globe resting in a beautiful wooden stand. The lock has been concealed. But this door must open by some other means. Looks like this is the Fordside family book, showing some of their ancestors.
Move the cursor to the edge of the screen. Go back. I don't know if I should read all of this. Oh. Die. I don't know. I've moved every single, so I don't know. But oh, I guess these are the disturbing images that she was painting. Oh, and chair
Two
fell over.
chairs. One of them knocked over.
So the Countess was sitting
It seems they
here.
met here. But something went wrong during the conversation.
Oh. Okay.
I am very angry. After all these years of service, this is how you repay me? Walking away like this?
I'm sorry, madam, but the situation has become unbearable. My bags are already packed.
That's the assumption, at least. Oh. Yeah, the bag right here.
The Countess threw the housekeeper out in a fit of rage. In her haste, the housekeeper forgot one of her bags. What was it that unsettled the housekeeper enough to abandon her post so suddenly?
This.
Lady Fordside, still seething, burned something in the fireplace.
But what?
The Fordside family crest, a rampant dragon, a time-honoured symbol across European heraldry, particularly among the English and the Welsh.
Got you right. I don't know where these are supposed to be looking.
Another painting by Elodie. There's something deeply disturbing about her work.
Does it have something to do with these photos? Okay. So his face turned to the left. Her face is turned to the left. The younger guy. Wait, no. Go back. Hang it. Okay, left. Yeah. Hers is all the way to the left, too. Okay, so those might be right, I think. And then he is all the way to the right. Hers. Is that not it? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this. It's like facing. So hers is where you can scar. See, verify that. Yeah. Right? I need to test the. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I think I do have to read. From that moment on, his telescope never ceased to aim at the sun, seeking to capture that eternal moment. Hold on. An astronomer and a romantic who saw in the stars metaphors for his loneliness. In 1842, during a total eclipse, he swore that the diamond ring around the moon was the spirit of his wife Eleanor, who had died giving birth. From that moment on, his telescope never ceased to aim at the sun, seeking to capture that eternal. So it was aimed at the, I guess, the out there. But you would think he would be looking at his wife, is Eleanor. Oh wait, Lady Eleanor would be the other way then. Oh, look. Hope this is correct then. Jason. So would they be looking for each other? Dax, you're not going back outside. Shrapnel scar on her cheek, hands hardened by the iron and mud of baklava. Amid the roar of the Crimean cannons, her silver medical kit, now stained with gunpowder, and memory held not only wounds, but the hidden truth behind a colonel's death. They say she swore to protect that secret, and that the oath still lingers within the walls. Okay, so the med kit is over there. So I'm gonna put her facing that way. Med kit. I think that that's as far as she's gonna go. Yeah. Looking there. If this isn't it, I don't know. A man with a prominent nose and a wandering soul whose steps traced paths where only blank maps had once lain. Cartographer to Queen Victoria, he devoted his life to naming the unnameable jungles that swallowed expeditions, rivers that erased borders, and villages whose names only he remembered. His globe now cracked by time and the salt of 1,000 seas. So he's gonna look at the globe. And she's maybe gonna look at a piano. Okay. Oh, I keep doing that. Okay, he's gonna look at the globe. Not him already looking at the globe? I think so. Maybe? Maybe not. A little bit more. No, I think... Okay, we'll keep him there, and then he is gonna look at her piano. Here? Behind here, I think? I know the piano music sheet. Now what? Do I not have it? Is it not right? He would look at his telescope. There we go. Well, lay down, buddy.
This must have been some sort of private study for the Countess.
Like, Lady Margaret Fordside, I am writing to you as the attending physician of Ward 2 to provide an update on your daughter Elodie's progress. It is with great pleasure that I report her notable improvement. Elodie now confides that she no longer experiences dark thoughts. Most importantly, the nightmares have subsided, and she has begun to communicate more amicably with her fellow patients, a crucial step in her recovery. Elodie has also asked me to relay a request. She would like you to bring her amber necklace when you visit this Sunday. I will continue to keep you informed of her progress. Respectfully, Dr. Mulder, Chief Psychiatrist, Westland Asylum.
Elodie was committed to a psychiatric facility, but she supposedly recovered from whatever ailed her.
Oh.
Lady Margaret and a young woman. I suppose it's Elodie. They look happy. It was undoubtedly a better time.
Passport?
An old pocket watch. It probably belonged to Lord Fordside, Lady Margaret's husband.
Probably so. And
A British
passport?
passport. Lord Fordside was undoubtedly a man of the world. This looks like the key to the main hall. Could be my way into the heart of the house.
I think so. I really would hope that the murderer of her not be her mother. Oh, it's quite. I imagine this used to be a fountain. Enormous tree in the heart of the mansion. This place is no ordinary house. Definitely not. Why would there be candles? Is that...
Here lies Elodie. Rest eternally, beloved daughter, beneath the tree that once watched you grow. So this is where Elodie is buried.
That's great. Hey.
Layers of dried oil paint. A grand ship on the open sea. Looks like the last painting Elodie was working on was of a ship at sea. The whole gallery is filled with maritime references. She seemed quite obsessed with it. A man with his back turned, watching a ship go down.
The room
This
that's
door
locked.
appears to lead out to the back garden. Locked with a padlock. I'll need to find the key. Looks
Oh.
like some sort of clue.
Trace the tree's journey from birth to
Trace
decay.
the tree's
Oh.
journey from birth to decay. Follow the path of the artist in a thoughtful display. Arrange the 4 stages and the door will obey. Unlock the path ahead as art lights your way.
Might have to come back to that. My lady, I must confess, never before has any room requested something of this nature from me. I believe I am capable of the task, but I must inform you that it will require a significant sum. Certain parts will need to be specifically crafted in the city, and I must first commission the necessary plans. What you are asking for is a piece of intricate engineering, but rest assured there will be no more ingenious way to restrict access to certain areas of the house. If it pleases you, I propose to delineate the space as follows. Area A, private quarters. Area B, guest quarters. Area C, kitchens and servants' quarters. I have provided a sample mechanism for Area C. Adhering to your original concept, I would greatly appreciate a prompt response so that I may proceed with mechanism. Thomas
Lady Margaret
Blacksmith.
took special care to secure the house, restricting access to certain areas.
Drawing and dining room. So that's a... Oh. I have to figure that one out. Definitely not here. I don't think. Wait, why are they all coded? Is it this? I don't think so. Area B. Area A. Area B. Area A. Okay. The This still doesn't necessarily how this go. Trace the tree's journey from birth to decay. Follow the path of the artist in a thoughtful display. Arrange the 4 stages and the color will obey. Unlock the path ahead as art lights are. So is art piece. Some other art piece. Oh wait, I didn't even know there was a door.
A young woman screaming in the middle of the darkness.
Some of these were highly disturbing.
This looks like Elodie's diary. Let's see what her last entries reveal.
I'm absolutely over the moon. Walter has written to say he is coming. I met him at the Western Sanatorium, and we have grown so very close. He was there recovering from the trauma of a shipwreck, where he tragically lost his companions. By sheer luck, he was rescued, but not before spending an entire year on an island living amongst the natives. He truly is an adventurer.
Okay, that must have been that little bit. Oh.
Some of these paintings are really dark and sinister.
Wait, I need my light out again. That would help. Oh.
I'm so happy. Walter has finally arrived. I must admit, I am utterly captivated by him. I invited him to visit, and he gave me his word he wouldn't fail to come as soon as he was able to leave. And now he's finally here. I can scarcely contain my joy. It feels as though all the darkness has faded away.
Something tells me it might have been Walter. Alright, take a look
They
at
looked
this.
so in love. So happy. I wonder
Not
what
here,
became
it's
of
in
Walter
front here.
after Elodie died. This must be the Countess's handwriting. What was she searching for? Looks like a commercial seaman's yearbook, listing ships and their crews. It's open to the pages under S.
S.
Locked, as expected. There's a metal engraving of a tree. Those poor souls. Tragedy seems to have cast a long shadow over this family.
Okay, so there's a couple of pictures that we can keep on the wall. But you have to set them in a certain order. So trace the cheese journey from birth to decay. Take a picture of this so I have it. Separate. Trace the birth to decay. Follow the path of the artist. Thoughtful display. Arrange the 4 stages and the door will obey. Unlock the path ahead as art lights your. I only saw 3, I think. That's 1. Did I get it right without even trying? Bro, I think I got it right without even trying. I was just moving the photos, honestly.
A boarded up door. The access to the servants' quarters appears to be blocked for some reason. These broken chairs. Someone must have hurled them to the ground with great force.
We're gonna use this crowbar to break open that servant's quarters. Oh.
Some of these tools have been bent, likely trampled over. It looks like this vase was shattered. Not just dropped, but smashed with intent.
Okay. Gotta go play now with the crowbar. Why was that so
Looks
loud?
like the crowbar is broken.
Oh, that's why it was so loud. Okay, must look at the servants'
No
quarters.
doubt. This is the cook's room.
Okay. Yeah, recipe. Problem here.
A good way to motivate the staff.
Oh.
The young maid was an avid fan of actor Valentin Rudolph. What a collection of posters from his films.
This. Dear mother, I wish I could tell you that all is well and that I am happy here at the Countess's household. This is Erver. The housekeeper takes good care of me. Lady Margaret sees no one but her daughter. According to Miss Erver, she fears some kind of relapse and manner is falling apart day by day. But the worst of it is, mother, is that man, that dark, he lurks in the shadowy corners of the house when I am cleaning or carrying out my task and throws himself at me. Oh, no, we don't do that. He's incredibly strong. His great hand sees me and I feel completely helpless. At night, I am afraid to go to the lavatory. There, in the dim solitude, I feel watched by something wicked and deep. Spectral breathing leaves me frozen with fear. Only Mrs. Muir has listened to me. I believe she too understands that this man is a great danger, one that will sooner or later bring about a tragedy. She and I are exhausted. Yours affectionate. I'm thinking it's the boyfriend. It's the boyfriend. Oh, what the?
A doll pierced with an awl. A warning?
What the heck? The dark guy didn't want
A
her to
backgammon
tell on
board.
him.
One of the oldest board games.
Oh, someone was
Miss
doing parrot
Martha
reading.
apparently knew her way around the tarot. What a dreadful spread. And what a chilling omen it revealed. Evil approaches. It will bring death, and lay ruin to the house and all who dwell within.
This guy must have been really, really doing something. Attention staff, while installation of the new security system in the chambers of Area A and B is underway, the following... Okay, so Area B, no, it's 3, 4. Okay. 3, 4, 9, 8. And the second one looks like 2, 5, and then I don't know the rest. So this is gonna be a big old guessing game. Okay.
Lady Margaret, after the death of her daughter, dismissed the staff and left the mansion.
Oh, heck no.
A pair of blood-stained scissors stuck in the sink basin. Deeply unsettling.
I do not like that. There is somebody still here.
Was there someone else in the house?
Oh no. What the heck is that? What am I supposed to do?
Who the devil is that man? He had a knife. I'm completely in the dark here. I don't think he saw me.
Wanna go out there? I'm not vibing. I'm not vibing with this. Okay, so it was area B. So we have the two. Wait, no. 9, 8. Oh wait. Crowbar's broken. We can't use it again for this door.
Another boarded up door. The question is, was it sealed before the murder? And why? This must be Walter Brandon's room. An empty
Or
bottle.
something.
It smells of good rum.
Good rum.
The painting of a ship, unmistakably in Elodie's style. A compass and a sextant, tools of a sailor. The diary of Walter Brandon. Perhaps it holds some clues about who he was, and what his involvement in this case might be.
Right? Let's look at it.
I am terrified that man has found me. I fear something dreadful is about to happen. Tonight as I awoke, I saw him, standing at the foot of my bed. I could not make out his face, but his knife. The gleam of its blade shone in the darkness. I sprang up suddenly, determined to confront this stranger. Grabbing the heavy candlestick from the nightstand, I hurled it with all my strength. He vanished into the dark.
How does he just vanish? I'm questioning if he's hallucinating. Like, maybe he was a little crazy too.
A model ship. Mr. Brandon must have felt a deep yearning for the sea.
I don't know. It's a scene. Oh.
Coming here was a grave mistake. He has
Who
followed
is
me,
that guy?
watching and lurking in dark corners,
Oh, somebody's found
waiting
him?
to surprise me. I dare not tell Elodie. She would think the one thing I dread most for her to believe. I see him again from the window, watching me. His long hair and beard obscure his face, and he still holds that knife. He means to kill me.
I think he might be, honestly.
I am losing my faculties. It is best I return to the ship. Everyone seems to be conspiring against me. The housekeeper despises me, accusing me of misconduct. Perhaps I'm not a man of refinement, but I know what respect is. Yet this morning, as I woke from my rest, she was enraged with me. It was of no use to tell her I had slept peacefully. An external maid who comes to clean was crying, and accusing me of having approached her in an unseemly manner. I would never do such a thing. I am a sailor, a man of the world. I know how to conduct myself.
I don't know what else would. Oh, chest.
The last entry in the diary, dated the very night of the murder.
My beloved Elodie, why can you not believe this poor sailor who only wishes to love you? I have left everything behind. My ship, the sea, all my world, just to be by your side as you asked me to. Damn it. I can hear the man with the knife coming up the stairs from the hall. I need to hide.
Walter was terrified. What in the devil was happening here? It seems this trunk was a photograph of Elodie. No doubt Walter cared for her deeply.
Key here.
Looks like the key to the back garden. I better head back to the staircase gallery. Pretty sure. Seems I'm not the only one with a fondness for hats.
Okay, now we can.
At that old fountain in the garden.
Bloody
Now little more
handprint.
than a basin of stagnant water. One can still make out the faint impressions of bloodied hands. It seems almost certain the killer stopped here, in a hurried attempt to wash away some of the blood spattered
to
across
get
his
out.
body. The gate still bears the macabre traces of that old tragedy, like a silent witness, pointing to the path taken by that murderous beast as he fled. It's clear that the man who killed Elodie discarded his blood-stained clothing during his escape. Here's the missing kitchen knife.
Oh.
Undoubtedly the murder weapon.
Oh,
This
the
ought to do
crowbar.
the trick for that boarded-up room upstairs,
Yep.
just by Walter Brandon's room.
Gotta go back inside now. Don't think that. Fountain. Boxes. Yeah, I think we gotta go back in. I might wrap it up here in a second. Finish off the last door or so. Like, I want to finish the story for this case at least. I don't know if there's more than one case, but I feel like at some point I'm gonna get stuck in the chase of the killer and whatnot. I don't know. To this day, 3 years since his disappearance, I still catch myself expecting to find him there, exhausted yet sleepless, laboring without pause, shut away for days on end without food or rest, carving his final dreadful and chilling masterpiece with those eyes, mad haunted, the same eyes that seem to afflict every word-side hair without exception. Very same enigmatic, sorrowful gaze. I find myself recognizing more and more of Elodie's face with passing day. The day I saw her, scarcely 3 years old, create her first drawing, I knew then she too was lost. I cursed this wretched inheritance, so steeped in misfortune. Tomorrow I shall take Elodie to sphincter. With therapy in a controlled environment, perhaps then you might begin to improve. I shall not allow the Forside legacy to take Elodie from 125741. I think that is area A. Okay.
Lord Fordside was a gifted artist, no doubt,
Crazy.
but his work betrayed a dark and tormented soul. Unlabeled liquor bottles, the damp and the passing years have likely worn away whatever once marked them. There's a distinct scent of wormwood, the plant at the heart of absinthe. Thujone, its active compound, could provoke hallucinations. Visions said to come straight from the goddess Artemis herself.
Okay.
A sharpening wheel. Lord Fordside likely crafted his own chisels.
Five. 7 4.
The door is locked. I'll need to find the key.
Good.
Him again. Who the bloody hell are you?
So he's starting to like.
This room looks like it belongs to a woman. Seems Lady Margaret was reading in the chair that evening. The book's still open. Right where she left it. It's a damn fine bottle of wine. No one in their right mind would I should finish gathering all the clues from the Countess's room before
He
exploring
left.
other parts of the house.
He left. I just wanted to make
The
sure
bed
he
is
was
made.
gone.
The Countess hadn't yet gone to bed on the night of the murder.
She lied about sleeping.
This is a nightmare. I am deeply concerned for Elodie. The housekeeper has long been warning me about Walter. I have made some inquiries, and nothing is as it seems. Elodie remains blissfully happy with him in the house. I am at my wit's end. Since her return from the sanatorium, she has been positively radiant, a true beacon of light. They go out together and seem to have a splendid time. He appears very close to her. This is in stark contrast to the picture painted by the housekeeper, which is a complete contradiction.
What do we do about this contradiction? Smoking like crazy.
Last night I heard him scream. He seemed to be in the throes of a panic attack. I approached on tiptoe to the guest quarters, and then suddenly I was struck with terror. An insane, maniacal laughter echoed through the night. It did not sound like him. The following morning, Walter and Elodie went out to sail on the pond. Everything appeared normal, and he was the most charming he has ever been.
So he's acting crazy. I think he was hallucinating, I'm telling you. So, happened is probably over to his room. So we probably got to go over there to find the last. Oh. Oh, wait. Where was that other room? Wait, no, I already opened that one. I wish that there was like a task. Oh. I don't see anything else lit up by green. Oh, wait. What is that?
Something made of glass is shattered here.
Oh my god, what is that noise? It's coming from Elodie's room.
So she did hear her daughter getting murdered. Oh, and this.
The fireplace tools, all knocked over on the floor. And unless my eyes deceive me, the poker appears to be missing.
Oh my god, Elodie!
Lady Margaret,
Poker.
quite agitated, grabbed the fireplace poker and rushed toward Elodie's room. A key. Likely the one to Elodie's. Lady Margaret lied to me. She hadn't taken any sleeping draught that night. She could have heard the attack and rushed to see what was happening. Why did she hide this from me? The more I investigate, the more convoluted it all seems. I should head to Elodie's room to search for answers.
Okay.
Photograph of Elodie Fordside and Walter Brandon. If my memory serves me right, looks like it was taken at Westland Asylum.
Oh, did they meet each other there?
A rag doll, tossed on the floor. I'd wager it used to sit neatly on the bed. Either it was knocked over in the scuffle, or perhaps Elodie dropped it herself in the panic.
Looks like the same one that was tacked to the door.
A pool of dried blood. There's no doubt now. This was the scene of the crime. There was a struggle here, clear as day. Not a clean break-in. The killer wasn't subtle. Judging by the sheer brutality of the crime, we can almost certainly conclude the killer was a man of considerable build. The blood-stained coat, found alongside the greenhouse knife, suggests that the mysterious figure seen loitering nearby may, in fact, be the very same individual who committed the murder. They say the killer always returns to the scene of the crime. But 20 years have passed. Why now? Let's attempt to reconstruct the events, just as they might have unfolded that night, and try to understand precisely what happened.
Drinking.
A teacup on the bedside table. Elodie must have lain down that night, perhaps already drifting to sleep.
I wonder. I bet you her mom gave her something to help her sleep.
The
Why is
door's
there-
lock, completely broken, indicates someone forced their way into the room, likely startling Elodie awake.
It creeped me out.
Elodie tried to flee, but the killer cornered her near the vanity. She lost her balance and fell, breaking the dresser and chair. The killer dragged her to the bed against her will. In the struggle, one of the vases fell from the mantelpiece. On the bed, the killer stabbed her mercilessly, again and again, staining the sheets with blood. That's when Lady Margaret arrived, striking the killer with the fireplace poker, knocking him away from Elodie. Wounded, the killer fled the scene, but it was already too late. Elodie was already dead.
Okay. Why would she come to us now about this? Like, I don't understand. She knew who the killer was.
The old Bloomsbury mansion. It choked my thoughts. It had that kind of sadness that seeps into your bones like old damp, and that sudden abandonment, so clear before my eyes, looked like a sinister time capsule.
I still think it was Walter.
One thing was certain. My next move was to dig up answers about the man with the knife, and about Walter Brandon, the sailor from Westland Asylum, an old, forgotten sanatorium that, 20 years ago, was the scene of a meeting between Elodie Fordside and that Brandon fellow.
Okay. Laminate of Forgotten. The old sanatorium, distant, silent, solemn monument to forgotten suffering. It stood like a sleeping giant, its walls steeped in the horrors of another age. John knew that crossing its thresholds meant stepping into the labyrinth. Came in mind where the madness of some and the cold indifference of others had turned places like this into breeding grounds for nightmares. A creeping unease settled in as he neared the entrance, a whisper of dread curling at the edges of his thoughts, yet pressed on. He needed answers, and he was certain they lay awaiting in the dark.
It was an ungodly hour when my battered car crept along the winding, shadowed road leading to Westland Asylum. But what I found upon arrival was disquieting. The building, forsaken for more than a decade, remained illuminated.
Okay, I
Was
think
it some ancient emergency system defying the passage of time? Or was someone awaiting my arrival?
I think I'm gonna stop the game here for now because it has been an hour and 24 minutes that I've started playing. So I think I'm gonna stop here. I might pick back up on it later. This is pretty interesting, honestly. I like the concept of this. It's very kind of like, what do you call it? Kind of like Sherlock Holmes, but not quite. Sherlock Holmes, you really gotta piece together the evidence and actually like piece it together yourself and write. If you don't piece it together right, it'll tell you it's wrong, basically, and you gotta find every single piece of evidence. This one you do have to find every single piece of evidence, but it's like it's piecing it together for you. Maybe at the end it comes to a conclusion of who you get to choose. So far, first off, witness Brandon Walter. He is the person that I think did it, because they met at the insane asylum. Unless somebody who is in this insane asylum met them and followed them out somehow and found him. So maybe he had a stalker or something, or someone crazy following him in the insane asylum. And he probably must have lied about his background or something to Madam, but I'm not too sure. He might not have. Maybe before he went into this insane asylum with her and met her, then maybe he was doing the sailor thing and everything, but I'm not too sure. So far, he's first on my suspect list at the moment. Who knows what's to come in the insane asylum, so we shall see on the next one. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you do watch, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!